From the day I take the oath of office, we will rapidly drive prices down and make America affordable again.
I know where I stand, and I know where the United States belongs.
A little more than 2 months from now, one of these will be crowned the next president of the United States. Election fever is peaking, and so are promises made by both sides. Both the Democrat candidate Kamala Harris and her Republican counterpart Donald Trump have pulled out all the stops. Not only to snag fence-sitters, but also to convert votes from opposing camps. The two sides have made taxes a top agenda on their campaign trail. The issue is particularly important for Americans because the massive tax cuts announced by the Donald Trump administration in 2017 are set to expire in 2025. From the 1st of January 2018, tax on companies was slashed to 21% from 35%. For individuals, rates and slabs were both tweaked to lower the tax burden. Standard deduction for taxpayers was nearly doubled. Parents were allowed a tax credit of up to $2,000 for children below 17 years of age. While a few of the tax measures are set to continue, the sunset on the others will hit taxpayers hard. Both Harris and Trump are already making big promises to those who will be affected. Kamala Harris wants to hike corporate tax to 28% from the current 21%. Trump wants to lower it further to 15%. Kamala Harris wants to tax the rich, lower the burden on the middle class. Trump wants to continue the breaks given to the rich and industry, while Harris says she would be announcing a tax credit for small business startups next week. The Democrats also want higher tax on capital gains, a proposal which Republicans do agree to. Trump wants to replenish the exchequer with higher tariffs on imported goods, especially goods from China. What both parties agree to is a higher tax credit for families with children.
Now compare that to Donald Trump, because I think everyone here knows he doesn't actually fight for the middle class. He doesn't actually fight for the middle class. Instead, he fights for himself and his billionaire friends. And he will give them another round of tax breaks that will add up to $5 trillion to the national debt. And all the while, he intends to enact what in effect is a national sales tax, call it a Trump tax, that would raise prices on middle-class families by almost $4,000 a year. Well, instead of a Trump tax hike, we will pass a middle-class tax cut that will benefit more than 100 million Americans.
Starting on day one, I will approve new drilling, new pipelines, new refineries, new power plants, new reactors, and we will slash the red tape. We will get the job done. We will create more electricity also for these new industries that can only function with massive electricity, and we'll get it done. And nobody else is even going to come close. They won't even try. And if they did try, nothing would happen. Under President Trump, America's future will be energy abundance, energy independence, and soon we will be energy dominant. We're going to be dominant, much more so than Russia.
So what I'm going to be rolling out next week is basically a tax credit for startups, for small businesses. We're starting out.
Yes.
Half of America's working population either owns, runs, or works in a small business. I mean, when we think about strengthening the economy as a whole, not to mention really investing in like the ambition and the dreams. And, I mean, that's all of that is what you guys are doing. And creating dreams in the process,
Absolutely.
right?
Both candidates have their sights set on youth, who are a large part of the gig economy in the United States. Trump first announced he will not tax income from tips. Kamala Harris followed soon, probably realizing the boost the young vote would give to her campaign. Bureau Report, Business Today Television.
Together, let us write the next great chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.